y'all to know this story because it's super ridiculous. So, if you didn't know, I've been in Miami like all summer hanging with my fam. I have family on both sides, mom's side, dad's side. They all live down here. And so right now, like coming down here, I've been mainly living with my auntie, and my cousin lives up the street from here. So I was at my cousin's house last week, and my auntie was over there, and my nephew was getting surgery. He was getting his tonsils taken out, and so my auntie was like, she was like, why he getting his tonsils taken out? Like, because he kept catching strep throat and all the other reasons why. And then she decided to say, oh, strep throat comes from mainly comes from smoking. So me having to take a medical class where I had to learn about this specific infection, I was like, no it doesn't. Strep throat can come from many different things. And then she had a nerve to tell me I am too smart. What? How does that work? Somebody please explain to me, because in my book, ain't no such thing as being too smart. It ain't even possible, if you ask me. But anyway, she was like, oh, you too smart, and don't nobody want to hear that smart shit, and all this other stuff. She was just cursing me out, and I'm just like, lady, it's not that deep. Just because, like, I mean, it wasn't even like that on my end. I didn't even care that, no, I didn't care that she was wrong. It's just she took it too far. She said that I need to take my smart ass back to my auntie house and all this other stuff, and I'm just looking like, if that's how you really feel, it ain't nothing but a wink and a blink and I'll be gone. Like, I live right down the street. And so she said something. She was like, you get that shit from your mom. I was like, well, what you want me to do? Oh, well, I can't do nothing about it. She's like, oh, and you think you're grown. So I'm finna call your mom. I'm like, okay, I'm finna call my mama too. So I get on the phone with my mom. I'm like, hello. Now mind you, it took my mom like 10 minutes to answer the phone. She was out getting Cuban food while I was here debating with her sister. So when she answered, I'm like, hello, come get me. She was like, what's going on? And all you hear in the background is my auntie yelling, you need to come get your smart ass daughter, because nobody want to hear all that shit over here. Da, 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 da. This and the third. I'm just like, okay. And so I'm like, can you come get me? And she's like, what did she say? She was like, why am I coming to get you? Who is she talking to? Like, she's talking to me. And she's like, let me see the house. So I gave the phone to my auntie. And then she's like, you need to go get your smart ass daughter, because nobody want to hear that shit over here. She too smart and she get that shit from you. We over here having a debate about strep throat. Then my mom decided to tell her, no, Nike, it's not strep throat, it's strep throat. She's like, what? Anyway, strep throat. No, Nike, it's strep throat. See, that's where she get that shit from. Then she had a nerve to go back and forth. Mind you, me and my auntie's the same side. We're both Pisces. In her book, she has to have the last word. In my book, I have to have the last word. So we go head to head every time we fuss. We've been fussing since I could talk. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And so she's just sitting there fussing with mom. And then she gives me back the phone like, mom, are you gonna come get me or what? Because I don't want to be here. She don't want me here, so I don't want to be here. And so then mom like, well, I'll come get you after I finish getting brunch. I'm like, anyways, okay. So I hung up the phone and I get in the shower. When I get out of the shower, she's like, oh, my auntie hear me. She's like, oh, auntie, you don't have to leave. I love you. I hope you know that. I'm like, okay. She's like, how much I owe you? Because the night before she borrowed some money from me. She's like, how much I owe you? I was like, nothing. She's like, you don't want it? She's like, I was like, no. And so then she was like, okay, can I get some love? So I gave her a hug. I'm just like, okay. I was so still because it made me mad that she told me I need to take my smart ass on. Like, you don't tell nobody that. How are you mad because I'm smart? And I'm honestly going to say I do correct people a lot, but that is not my fault. If you're wrong, I would want you to be right for future references. Then she had a nerve to go in the living room and start talking to my cousin and this girl. And she was like, we in the hood. We don't need that smart shit over here. You only use it when you need to. Wait, like, what type of ignorant stuff is that? And she killed me that day. Like, I was so mad. And then my mom had a nerve to tell every family member there was. And I'm just like, it's not that deep, Mom. It is not that deep. So, with that being said, that's in the story time. And here's the rest of everything else. So, you know what I hate? So, I keep saying stuff about Gucci Mane. And he's like, that's not Gucci Mane. That's a different person. Because the tattoo and this tattoo is that. People hate change. America hate change. Like, y'all so annoying, dog. Like, that's all y'all ever do. oh no, you're supposed to stay the same for the rest of your life. You're supposed to stay a caterpillar for the rest of your days, and you're never supposed to be a big, beautiful butterfly. No! That's not how it goes. You're supposed to turn into a butterfly. And you're supposed to like change. Because change is inevitable if you like it or not. You're supposed to change, okay? Okay, people? Do you hear me? Loud and clear. Say it with me. You are supposed to change. Everybody. Because change is good for you. Y'all can't stick around and want to be the same person for the rest of your life. I mean, if y'all is, that's okay, but you're not supposed to. It's not healthy to be the same person all your life. You're supposed to change. It's supposed to happen. It's not a choice. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. And hopefully it's in the best way possible. Because I don't want to be a caterpillar all my life. I want to be a butterfly. Like currently, I probably am in my cocoon right now. Like I'm wrapped up in a cocoon. This is my cocoon. And maybe when I hit like, I don't know how old, but I'm going to be a butterfly one day. And I can't wait to be a butterfly. I know you can't wait to be a butterfly either. These butterflies are really, really cool. But, anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I just have to get that off my chest because it's really annoying that everyone keeps saying that. And I think change is really awesome. Like, I believe in change. I wrote a poem about change. I would go find it, but it might take forever. So, no, I'm not going to go find it. Oh, but yeah, that's all I really have to say because that story was just epic. Oh no, let me tell y'all the story that happened the next day. So, another story. Last Saturday, my cousin had a birthday party. It was her birthday, and everybody's there. We're all having fun, whoop-de-doody. Everybody's dancing. My nephew's there. He hasn't seen our side of the family in a long time, and everybody's just dancing, having a great time. So my granddad come. It's like probably 7, 8 o'clock. My granddad is there, and my cousin's dad is there as well. And my cousin's dad, he drinks, and he was very drunk at that time. So it was raining outside, so everybody had to storm inside, like run inside the house. And this one girl, she was stuck out there, so she came in the house, and my cousin's dad was right there by the doorway. So she made a mistake and pushed him, didn't know he was there. She just opened the door and rushed in. So when she came in, he elbowed her. So she flew back out the door. Like, she's really small. He's really big compared to her. So my granddad saw that. So my granddad's like this, and then the man's like this, and then looking at each other up and down. And then my cousin's dad was like, oh, you remember? So what my granddad's supposed to remembering was when my granddad beat my cousin's dad up for holding my auntie captive. Why would he bring that up? I don't know. So he was like, you remember? And so then, next thing you know, all you say is, no, Dad, no. That's all you hear my auntie say. And then my granddad just goes like, boom. I was like, oh my God. And it was such a scary thing. Like, they started guarding his face, but then my granddad went under. He was like, boop, boop. And then he went back to the top 2 more times. Boop, boop. And I was just like, oh my God. And I was just so amazed because honestly, my granddad is the most chillest person ever. I've never seen this man angry. The whole 17 years of my life, I have never, ever seen him angry. So it was just so weird, and I was just so scared. Like, I was super duper scared. And then everybody's trying to stop my granddad from fighting. And then when everybody catches on to my granddad fighting, mind you, everybody is on liquor. Everybody has liquor in their system. So everybody's rushing, and then my cousin, his name is Bay, and he's like, oh no, you want to fight my granddaddy? He's going crazy. He's trying his best to get out the door. Thank God my cousin's boyfriend was there. He's like a huge man. So he's guarding the door. He's like, no, man, you can't get out there. You can't get out there. Because they already threw my cousin's dad out the house. He's outside in the rain with my auntie. And my granddad is sitting on the stairwell. So my cousin is right there raging, trying to get out the house. Nobody really about the house, thank God. So this Negro decided to go through the window. And thank God the window had a lock on it, and he didn't have the key to the window because, quite frankly, he probably would have been dead because my cousin's uncle had a gun. And now I see why he was raging to get outside. He knew my uncle cousin had a gun. My cousin's dad had a gun, yeah. He knew my cousin's dad had a gun, and his mom was outside with him. And he was like, no, man, you gotta let me out. So then, when my auntie Eunice, which is my granddad's sister, realized that her brother was fighting, she wanted to get all crazy. And mind you, she's on liquor, and she's pretty old. So she was like, here, hold my purse. And then she started trying to rustle out the door. And then her granddad was like, no, Grandma, you're too old. And then it's just like, oh, okay. And so then I'm just lost. My cousin's still trying to get out the door. And then there goes my auntie Nisha trying to get out the door as well. Oh no, you want to fight my daddy? Oh no, da. Mind you, she was the first one to actually do this. So while the man is still in the house when she's raging, and she's trying to hit him, and everybody trying to pull her back. So it's just like 3 people raging at one person over one man. Because my granddad is like freaking king. He's the best man alive. So of course his head was gonna be gone. Even though our last probably would have been lost as well because he had a gun and we all could have died. Thank God we didn't die because he would have been dead the next day. But you know, we didn't die. That was a story. It was kind of crazy. I was kind of crazed as well because I never seen my granddad fight before. I never seen him get mad before. Like, my granddad punched this man in the face 3 times and once in the stomach. That's not okay. Nobody should get my granddad to that point. But yeah, that was crazy. It was the most craziest thing ever. Like, I was so scared. I was scared, but I was more anxious than scared. Like, I almost had a panic attack, and that's not okay. Like, dear, because that's not okay. Like, I don't want to see my granddad fight. Who wants to see their granddad fight? Nobody, right? Okay, well, that's all the stories to tell. So, yeah, do that, bye.